Hey, I'm Dmytro. I've been working as a UX UI designer for, more than 10 years now. And during that time, I've tried pretty much every kind of setup. Freelance, product companies, agencies, outstaffing, and now I'm in outsourcing. So the question is, which one helped me grow the most? Which one felt right? That's what I want to talk about in this video. I'll walk you through what each of these formats actually felt like, the pace, the pressure, the kind of work I was doing, and what I learned. Not to tell you what's best, but to give you a real, honest look at what is possible, so you can figure out what works for you. Alright, let's get into it. So again, I'm Dmytro, I live in Ukraine, and for the past several years, I've been working mostly with international clients. That's also why I decided to do this channel in English. And just to be clear, I'm not here to teach you like in a classroom. This isn't about do this, not that. It's more like, here's what I've seen, and maybe it'll help you too. Before we dive in, I just want to say something up front. This is the very first video on my channel, so yes, it's about comparing different types of design work, but it's also a way for me to introduce myself properly. Not just as someone who's been through it, but as someone who's actually achieved things in the design career. I've worked on real products, I've helped teams solve hard problems, and I've seen how good design backed by research and analytics can lead to measurable results. So if you are looking for guidance that's grounded in real experience, I hope this helps build that trust. So in this video, I'll talk about 5 types of work I've done: freelance, product companies, marketing agencies, outstaffing, and IT outsourcing. And for each one, I'll share what it was like, what was exciting, what was tough, and what it helped me learn. Alright, let's go back to the early 2000s. That's when I started out as a freelance web designer. I was making websites, banners, basically anything clients needed. It was fast, it was intense, and it was all on me. Finding clients, managing projects, handling payments, I did everything. And to be honest, I wasn't really thinking long term. It was just about getting the work done and moving to the next one. But it didn't teach me how to go deep into problems or think strategically. Then came my first real in-house job at Foxtrot. This is where I moved from being just a web designer to proper UX UI or even product designer. Suddenly I had to think about structure, logic, and business goals. I recall that different departments were competing for the website space on the screen. Every layout decision, every button could impact the bottom line. That's when I realized good design isn't about decoration, it's about guiding users' focus, helping people decide, and help business succeed. And one thing I'm really proud of, I designed one of the versions of Foxtrot's website, and during that time we raised mobile conversion by more than 30%. It wasn't just a redesign, it made a real difference. After Foxtrot, I joined MoneyVeo, a Fintech company. This place was very fast-paced, big open office, dashboards on every wall, and the day actually started with a metal gong. I'm serious, I still remember how our CTO would bang the gong every time a stand-up started. It was noisy, stressful, but also full of opportunities. I helped create a fully loyalty program, not just the UI, but also the logic and the user flow, delivering that to the end clients in a collaboration with the call center. And this was the point where I really got into analytics. I became certified in Google Analytics, I learned Power BI, Amplitude, and for the first time I could actually prove my design decisions using real user behavior. That changed everything for me. Then I joined Promodo, one of the top digital agencies in Ukraine. And honestly, this was a time of fast growth for me. I worked across industries, helped with A/B testing, conversion rate optimization strategies, and UX audits for many big names. To name a few, I worked on UX audits for Leroy Merlin, Eldorado, Rosetka, Telemart, Book.ua, and even Data Robot. I wasn't just reviewing, I was helping teams apply those insights to improve conversion and usability. While at Promodo, I was also placed as an outstaff designer at Tabletki.ua. That means I joined their team directly, worked on their internal product. My colleague and I led the redesign of both their website and their mobile app, and those designs are still live today. It was a great mix of freedom and responsibility, and a very rewarding experience. Now I'm working at KeenEthics, an IT outsourcing company. It is similar to agency work in some ways, but with more technical focus. I work closely with developers, QA engineers and business analysts, and I don't just stop at mockups, I stay involved through implementation. At KeenEthics, I've designed complex SaaS products in Fintech, education, analytics, marketplace and aggregator domains. And what I really learned here is how to communicate clearly with clients from all over the world, understanding different markets, different expectations, and how to stay aligned across time zones and cultures. Also, and this one is really important, I've learned how to find smart UX workarounds when something just isn't technically possible. Instead of saying, this can be done, I now think, okay, what can we do that still works for the users? It's this kind of problem solving that I think separates a good designer from a reliable one. So yeah, each format taught me something different. Freelance taught me how to be fast and independent. Product companies taught me to go deep and own the work. Agencies gave me variety and speed. Outstaffing taught me how to adapt and blend into teams. And outsourcing gave me the full loop from strategy to execution. And each one helped me shape the designer I am today. So which one is the best? Well, honestly, there is no one answer. It depends on your goals. But for me personally, the agency work gave me speed, variety, and lots of exposure. Outsourcing gave me structure, teamwork, and a chance to see real outcome. So if I had to choose, I'd say those two gave me the most growth. But again, it's not about what's the best on paper. It's about what fits you right now, what pace you want, what kind of learning you are looking for, and how deeply you want to be involved. So if you're just getting started, or maybe thinking about switching your work format, I hope this gave you some useful perspective. And like I said earlier, I'm not here to teach you step by step. I'm just here to share my journey. And if it helps you, that's great. Drop a comment below, I'd like to hear about your path. And if you want to see more honest, practical content about UX, feel free to subscribe, keep it simple, and I'll see you in the next video.